Ann and I, we met in the MBA program at Bauer, the U of H, and both of us were in the program for real estate development. My background is in architecture and Ann's background is in real estate and property management. And so in that program, the two of us both had an interest in real estate development on the residential side. And so our common interests kind of helped us form a relationship that then, you know, with our combined backgrounds, we felt like this was something that we could turn into a company that could move forward and be successful in the real estate development industry.
Yeah, because each of us kind of contribute in a different way. You know, like I don't really know about construction, but Matthew does, and then I do more of the sales and getting the idea of, you know, like how's the buyer looking at things, and also on the finance side. So it fit us pretty well because then each of us kind of, you know, contribute in a different way to make this company work. And like you said, I think you were the only one in class that was interested in residential developments. Because more people, when they, you know, study land developments or real estate developments, always like things big and things, you know, commercial and retail and all this big building. And I think we're the only one that feel like, hey, rooftop works, right? So here we are, yeah.
It was a lengthy process, really. We were still in school. We decided, you know, we had some investors that Ann had asking her for opportunities to invest in a project, and so while we were still in school, we started looking at a lot of different pieces of land and doing some site planning and feasibility studies on them, and time after time we would come up with a reason why one piece of land was not going to work, run into issues. And finally we found this one, and the price worked for it, and the location we thought was good, and it kind of was the first project of ours that actually got off the ground and started going for us.
Yeah, we go, like you say, go through many plotted land, and this one, I think the area really works for us because Oak Forest is like a, you know, at the time when we purchased the land, is like an upcoming area. You know, and now you can see, like driving down 34, the airline, you can see so much have changed within the last, you know, 3 years that we're here. So we kind of, you know, have that, knowing that that's going to be the change. And this lot, with being the pricings also, and then able to use the entire lot and not having to lose so much, works for us.
We've learned a lot. We've definitely learned a lot. I think that's one of the things that Ann and I talk about often, is just how far we've come in just an understanding of the industry as a whole. And going into it, you know, like I said, we entered into trying to actually be real estate developers while we were still in the MBA program, taking real estate development classes. And there's only so much that we can learn in a classroom setting. And once you get into actually doing it in the real world, it was you know, it's had its struggles for sure, but those struggles come about because there's something that we haven't learned yet. And so the struggle is really just the learning process of us going through something that we've never encountered before, but there is a solution to it. And so we just have to find that solution.
And I think I learned that, you know, for real estate development and constructions is ever changing, and you know, so you kind of gonna run into where there will always be an issue in constructions, and you learn to be I guess a problem solver. So you always have to solve problem after problem, but in the end, I think it's satisfying to see you know, how the subdivision come up, and how, you know, our design or our, you know, our imaginations come to life. So that was, you know, satisfying.
Yeah, and we like to think that we've learned enough on this project to where we won't make the same mistakes on our future projects, and we will make new mistakes, but that's to be expected. Like she said, there's always going to be a problem, and that's kind of as we're both learning, the job of a real estate developer is to be a problem solver.
Yeah.